and I am the chairperson for the Active Aging and Lifelong Learning Subcommittee. Today's webinar will be an hour long with 30 minutes for questions and answers. You can type up your questions and you can vote questions that are of great interest to you. The next event is tomorrow, 13th of August, from 4:30 to 6 p.m. Age Well Everyday program. Let me introduce our speakers for today. They are Wendy Kwong and Chong Peng, wellness advocate in Meridian Therapy. They help many people across Asia regain their health and living better through simple and natural therapies. They also give talks on preventive health care in the region. Without much ado, let me hand over to Wendy and Chong Peng. Wendy, your mic.
Hello.
Okay. Thank you, Jeremy. Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to NUSS, Living Well with Meridian Therapy. To begin, I would like to introduce this Meridian tapping exercise for everyone to relax. Now, this exercise is to tap on the acupressure points along your meridian to ensure that your chi flows well. So, you are at home, you can stand up and we'll do the exercise together. Okay, we're going to turn on the video and let's do the exercise together.
The Meridian exercise is a set of simple, repeatable steps that activate our acupressure points and improve chi flow in our body. Let's start with clapping our hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 counts of 8 for each step. Next, beat the back of your hands, simulate all the acupressure points on our palms and fingers. Next, please cross the web of your hands to stimulate our bar shape acupressure points. Next, intercept your fingers, improve peripheral circulation and relieve numbness in the fingers. Palm down, knot the sides of your palms, stimulate large intestine meridian and help to release headache, prevent flu. Palm up, knot the inner side of the palm, stimulate small intestine meridian and Ho Si, release neck pain, relaxes muscles. Knot the wrists together, stimulate heart and pericardial meridian, Da Ling point, prevent and relieve heart attack and chest pain. Hammer the left palm with the right fist, stimulate heart and pericardial meridian and Lao Gong point at the center of the palm. Switch to the right palm, stimulate Lao Gong point, remove tiredness, improve alertness. Next, beat the inner side of your left arm, strengthen the heart, pericardium and lung meridian. Beat the outer side of the left arm, strengthen small intestine, triple warmer and large intestine meridians. Next, switch to the inner side of the right arm. Improve respiratory and cardiovascular system. Next, the outer side of the right arm, strengthen the small intestine, triple warmer and large intestine meridians. Beat the left shoulder with the right hand and lower back with the left hand. Beat the shoulder to relieve stiff neck, shoulder ache and migraine. Switch to the right shoulder, beat the back with your right hand. Helps with impotence, water retention, ringing in the ears. Next, beat the tummy with the right hand and back with the left hand. Beat tummy, improves digestion and strengthen immunity. Switch, beat the tummy with the left hand and back with the right hand. Beat the back to relieve backache, strengthen urinary and reproductive system. Beat the left side of the tummy with the left hand, relieve constipation, diarrhea and improve blood circulation to lower limbs. Beat the right side of the tummy with the right hand, strengthen our digestive system. Use both hands to beat the inner and outer side of your left leg. Beating the inner side strengthens spleen, liver and kidney meridian. Beat around the knee area clockwise, relieve kneecap pain, arthritis, strengthen weak limbs. Next, use the left hand to beat the outer side of the left knee or Jusan, relieve gastric and abdominal discomfort. Beat the back of the left knee, activate Wei Zhong point on the bladder with meridian, relieve backache, kneecap pain. Next, beat the inner side of the left leg above the ankle, stimulate the sucking jiao on the liver, kidney and spleen meridian. Switch to the right leg, beat the inner and outer side. Beating the outer side, strengthen the stomach and bladder and gallbladder meridian. Next, beat around the knee area, very good for gastric pain, kneecap pain, arthritis and weak limbs. Beat the outer side of the left knee on the 珠三里 point. Helps with loss of appetite, diarrhea, constipation, strengthens weak limbs. Now, beat the back of the right knee on your 尾中 point. You relieve arthritis, numbness and aches of lower limbs. Next, beat the inner side of the right leg above the ankle. Activate your 三阴交 to improve spleen, liver and kidney function. Alright, let's relax with some breathing exercise. Take a deep breath in. Fill up your lungs, stomach full. Breathe out. Empty out your lungs, stomach empty. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time. Breathe in. Fill up your lungs. Breathe out. Empty the lungs. That's the end of the Meridian dance. Thank you very much.
Yes. So when do we do this tapping exercise? I do it every morning. Yeah. And after that, I'll be more relaxed. In fact, you can do it any time of the day. You know, when you're tired, just do the tapping exercise and then you'll feel more relaxed and relief. Okay. So tonight, Speaker Chongpeng is going to talk about the human reset. And during this human reset session, you will learn a few important acupressure points. Yeah. Okay. So over to you, Chongpeng.
All right. Thank you, Wendy. So welcome to our e-workshop on Meridian 101. For human reset, the whole world is in reset right now. So I think it's about time we also reset ourselves. Okay. So Meridian 101 was created by essentially Meridian, which since 2007 has been sharing and promoting good health and wellness for everyone through our simple and easy to learn natural Meridian therapy. I'll come to that in a while, but over the last 13 years, this simple and practical natural therapy has gone from Singapore, our little small red dot that we are so proud of, celebrating our National Day just 2 days ago, to Asia and even as far as Africa, India, and Europe. So over the years, we have also given birth to many of people in this black t-shirt that, you know, and we call ourselves ambassadors and trainers, and we've gone to corporate world, we've gone to schools, you know, both local and overseas, and we also give back to society by working with the People's Association through community outreach programs. And every 2 years, we actually get invited to the Istana, thanks to the president, to, you know, take part in the presidential project We Care. So coming back to Meridian Therapy, what is Meridian Therapy and what are meridians? I don't know how many of you have actually heard of Meridian Therapy and meridians, but meridians are like channels that carries the vital life force, or what we call qi, to flow. You know, the blood have the blood vessels to carry that, but the qi, our vital life force, is carried by meridians to all parts of our body. So good qi and blood flow, okay, in Chinese CCM, good qi and blood flow are vital for the health of our organs, our tissues, and our body. So imagine when you have, like, you know, when you have blockages somewhere, then sometimes the digits, especially the small digits and all that, you have problems and they feel numbness and not so, you know, mobile. Yeah, that is a sign of disease. And if you look at the word disease, you put them together, it actually forms the word disease. So we liken it to like a river with a dam, and if the dam is choked, you know, like if you have a drain that's choked, then, you know, life is stagnant. Nutrients cannot come in, new nutrients cannot come in, and then the waste cannot go out, so it gets stagnant. So there are, like, the meridians, when they get blocked, this is what happens to us as well, so we feel unwell. So there are 14 meridians in our whole body, one in the front and one in the back. So those who are the 武侠小说 people, right? If you love 武侠小说, the Chinese martial art kind of thing, they'll say this 任督二脉, right? 任 and 督. So the 任督二脉, if you 打通 this, if you clear these two very vital controlling meridians, then you'll be like invincible. You know, that is in our Chinese kung fu movies, right? And then we have 12. Just now we did the beating, right? We have 12 bilateral. Bilateral means what happens on the left happens on the right as well. Okay, 6 at the top, 3 in the inner arm, 3 in the outer arm, and then down the legs, 3 in the inner leg, 3 in the outer legs. So we have 12 of that. So altogether 14 meridians, and these meridians are in pair. Well, one for the yin organ and one for the yang organ. Like for example, the yin organ is normally the hard one, like the spleen, and then the yang organ is like the empty one, like the stomach. So to promote qi flow, we stimulate and unblock the acupressure points through massage, finger press, like the Japanese call shiatsu, right? So just now when we did the beating exercise, and all those who have gone for massage, you'll find that suddenly you feel very light. You feel very light because the qi starts to flow, and you know, you really do feel a bit lighter. And in Meridian 101, we also share about guasa. Guasa is scraping, and we scrape with normally natural organic things like buffalo horn, even metal. You know, when I first introduced this to friends in Indonesia, they said, oh yeah, it's very painful, it's coining. I was wondering why they call it coining, and they said, oh yeah, you know, when they live in their kampong and if they get sick, the mom will drag them and then splash water on them and then use a coin and basically scrape them. Well, it works, but it's very, very painful, right? This actually the ingenuity of the Chinese people, because in the past, if you want to do acupuncture is only for people who are well trained. In Singapore, to be an acupuncturist, it takes you 7 years. But you know, and you don't want people who are not trained to be like poking needles all over you, right? So in the ancient Chinese culture, I suppose it's the same. You know, only the rich people can afford to get acupuncturists to, you know, start to poke needles in them. But the local people have found a way of, you know, if I have a meridian that's traveling like, you know, along here, and there's an acupressure point here, as long as I know where the meridians are running and I scrape along here, I will always hit the acupressure point. So I do not know exactly where it is, but I don't miss it. So guasa is what we call acupuncture without needles, because if you scrape along those, you'll hit the acupressure points. It enhances your blood and qi circulation, and it improves the way to detoxify. You know, once you clear up all the channels, it helps with metabolism, and it helps with supporting your immune system. So of course, the qi is flowing, but one of the things that is very important to all of us is, first of all, you must have the qi, right? So how do you have the qi? Unblocking meridians and stimulating the flow is good. The essential elements to promote qi is actually through herbs. Now, why do human beings take herbs? Actually, we absorb a lot of energy from natural things. Okay, where does your energy come from? It comes from food that you eat. We are able to convert all this into energy for ourselves. Now, if we have a bigger capacity, perhaps we could take electricity in and energize ourselves, but our capacity is not that high. So herbs have just that higher bit of energy compared to us. And then when we ingest it or we take it into our body, it actually boosts our energy that way. So herbs are essentials for you know, helping us do that. So and then herbs have affinity for our meridians. Okay, this is TCM herbs, yeah. So they have affinity for our meridians, and it's wonderful if you like Japanese food. If you've been taking things like sashimi and all that, you find that there's some purple flowers and green leaves along, you know, that comes along the food. They're not decoration. Actually, the purple flowers and the green leaves are actually Perelia and patchouli, and all these are actually herbs to prevent stomach upset. So they are edible. So I've listed some herbs here that you can see, like magnolia, which works for our lungs and large intestine meridians. And then the flower I talk about on here, the left side here, this one. This patchouli, okay, it's edible. You can take it to help you with stomach issues. And then the yellow flower on the top right-hand corner, this is forsythia. Interestingly, forsythia is very good for detoxing, and they found it in a mountain in China. And what the villagers there do is they actually boil the flowers, make it into tea and a drink. And they found that in that village, they don't have a lot of people, they don't have anyone with, you know, severe chronic diseases. And then they found, there's a lot of study done on this forsythia flower, and it's one of the ingredients called lian qiao. For those who have used lian qiao, 解毒片, you know it's very good for fever and all that. And currently for the Chinese doctors who are treating people with COVID, they are using something that is derived from this forsythia. And then the flowers are at the middle here, the purplish flowers here, these are valerian. Actually, valerian is in the English herbs, they are called the natural sleeping pills, and these are the herbs that helps us relax together with lavender, you know. And then the last one that you see is a very, very Chinese one, is tang gui, or what we call Angelica ardent. And Angelica ardent is something that helps promote our blood, for especially for women, young women with period and all that. After the period, normally the mothers will boil this Angelica ardent for them to drink. But yeah, boiling of this thing will take a long time, right? So what if you go to a Chinese physician, Chinese medical hall, they'll give you a whole bunch of herbs, right? So Chinese concoction is always not a single herb, but one main herb, like for example, Angelica ardent, mixed with the other minor herbs. Why? Because they have to, Chinese believe that every medicine you have, 30% is poisonous or not good for you. So it could be heatiness, it could be a bit of a toxicity. So they balance it with the other herbs that supports it. And then they have to go and boil it, like 10 bowls of water, boil to 3, mix with another 2. And then after going through all the effort to boil, what happens is the children don't like to drink it because it's very bitter. And then it all goes to waste. And if your digestive system is no good, goes into the stomach, it's not absorbed, so all that goes to waste as well. So very fortunate for us, for the busy modern people like all of us, the application of biotechnology in traditional herbal medicine has brought us the goodness of herbs in the form of herbal essential oils. And there are many of them around. Herbal essential oils are not just lubricant, they're different from lubricants. A lot of us, when we go to massage and they apply the oils, we think that that is some herbal oil. No, they are just lubricant. Okay, real good herbal essential oils actually are extracted from the herbs. Okay, and they have different kind of things like flora sol extraction, solvent extraction, even cold press, and these are all trying to get the efficacy of the herbs for us. So they have the therapeutic effect. So knowing which herb to use and what essential oil to get helps you with the desired effect that you want to have. But the good thing about this is because you're not drinking it, you're applying to your body as herbal essential oils. They are very, very, the good quality ones, the molecules are very small. They get absorbed quickly into your skin and it goes to the meridian and it helps boost that. The advantage is if you use the wrong one on the wrong points, you just don't get the desired effect. You don't actually have a side effect, you know, 没有吃错药, you won't be like taking a wrong medicine. So you'll find that those good quality one gets absorbed, boost your meridian, and actually you feel the effect almost immediately. Okay, so there are many around, look for the good ones. So in case of, just in case some of you are gonna practice with us, I don't know if you have a hard day work or something like that, but if you, I do hope you join us, even though you don't have the oils with you and all that. I hope you join us to do this practice, some very easy practice. Some precautions to note: avoid introducing toxins to your body, like, you know, don't smoke and drink alcohol before you start to do all this to promote qi flow, because the toxins get carried around the body as well. Okay, secondly is no painkillers. Okay, when we do kwasa or we do acupressure point therapies, we tell people not to take painkillers, because when you take painkillers, the Chinese have a saying that when I press acupressure points like this, right, if it hurts, it means there's a blockage. Now, when you're on painkiller, every point I press doesn't hurt. And then you probably think that it's because you're okay. No, it's not. It's just that the painkiller is numbing you. Okay. And then people who are pregnant, we do not encourage you to start pressing your acupressure points because your body is going through a lot of changes. We do not want to accidentally stimulate, you know, early labor or things like that. And then if you are using oils, well, tonight it's okay because we're just doing some simple massages. But if you're actually going through a full kwasa and your pores are all open up, don't take a shower until at least 2 hours later, because otherwise we don't want the dampness to be absorbed into your body and cause you even more discomfort. And drink more water, especially warm water. Drink more warm water to help your body purge out toxins that could be released when you do kwasa. And lastly, kwasa is actually quite fun once you learn how to do it. It's not painful. Some of you out there may be thinking, wow, kwasa is very painful. No, when you do it correctly, it's actually not painful. In fact, it's quite delightful. And don't do it every day, because When the SAR is out, when you have the red spots, then you don't kwasa again until the red spots are over, okay? Which normally takes about 2 to 3 days. But tonight, we're not doing any of the kwasa, but these are just some of the precautions, just in case you see some of the back kwasa later and you want to practice it yourself, yeah? So back to our main topic on Meridian 101 for human reset. Why do we call it human reset? It's a human reset because we are going back to our primordial, which is the yuan source point for our qi. So before that, our organs are all interconnected, and therefore all our organs and system contribute to the whole. So in TCM, the 5 elements, which is wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. Okay, those who are Chinese will say always say 金木水火土. Well, actually, it's not the correct sequence. It's always 木火土金水. These 5 elements all work to promote and control each other to maintain a balanced system. Okay, a balanced system like the ecosystem, right? And these 5 elements also correspond to our organs, 1 yin and 1 yang organ for each element, which I'll show you in a while. Okay, so the wood, fire, earth. Wood promotes fire because the more wood you have, and you can create bigger fire, right? But fire promotes earth because whatever is burned down becomes ashes, right? Becomes earth. And earth promotes metal, or what we call minerals that exist in the ground. And metals actually promotes water. So condensation can happen on metal, right? And you see water. And then water promotes wood. But they also control each other. For example, if you have a big fire, the big fire will burn metal. It will melt metal. When you have metal, you can make them into things like axe and all that, and you can chop down the wood, right? But in a more natural sense, it's like if you have somewhere that's very high in mineral, like sulfur and all that, right? Then no trees will grow. So they're all in a balance. How does that function in our body? Let's look at, say, the organs that are involved with each of the elements, yeah? Let's look at COVID-19. So it's not just the lungs and respiratory system that is affected. It could affect every part of our system. And this is how it's interconnected with the 5 elements. So it's important to treat all the meridians to strengthen all the organs and tissues and immune system, leading to better overall health. Now, we developed this human reset. This was developed by some professors that work with us from a medical university in Taiwan. And this was developed because we felt that we need to help everyone have a balanced immune system. And that's why we started the human reset program. So the human reset has what we call the magic 7. There's 7 magic things that you do to do the human reset. It's a simple set of therapy that we can do every day to help us treat all the meridians in a fast and effective way. So this technique, like I said, is researched and developed and taught to us by the professors in Taiwan Medical University. One of the things that we found is that the sun is the source, and we can use it to energize our qi. So when we look at all this, sometimes because I'm also, English educated. So when it comes to TCM, it's like sometimes it's like, what can we find equivalent of whatever scientific thing that we talk about, And what's interesting is I have this also. I think some of you might have read about this open treatment of pandemic influenza, and this was like something in 1918, if I'm not wrong. And they found that actually the sun helps, vitamin D and all that helps with our body. So going out to the sun is a very important thing for all of us. We need the sun and we need fresh air. And I suppose that's why everybody is rushing to go out, even in this pandemic. But how does the sun help us with our qi? The sun resonates our energy and strengthens the qi circulation in our body. So if you are doing it before noon, if you are doing it in the morning, you do it with the back to the sun, because the back is what we call, the back is the yang, okay? The yang meridian is there, the yang control meridian is there. The front is the yin. Yin because, if imagine if you're on all fours, the front is actually covered, hidden away from the sun. So the front is actually the yin, and it should be kept cool, So, but if you are doing it in the afternoon, then don't invigorate your yang qi. and then maybe at night you can't sleep or something like that. So in the morning when you wake up, invigorate yourself, energize yourself, put the sun on the back. But if you're doing it in the afternoon, have the sun in the front. Now, a lot of us, it's best done outdoors, but if you are living in a HDB and you say that, or living in an apartment that you don't get a balcony or the sun, then what I can advise is if you are doing it in the morning, you find a window where the UV light is coming in, put your back to the window and you can do the exercises. Or if you are doing it in the afternoon, then face the window and do it, okay? So let us get down to the human reset and the magic 7. Okay, magic 7, because there are 2 quasar on the back, which is magic 1 and 2, and 5 acupressure point massage, okay? We can practice that, the 5 acupressure point massage tonight, in fact. But this one, the magic 1, this is a 2 meridian. It's a governing vessel for all our young meridian, okay? This on the spinal cord, so we will not be quasaring here because I think we need some experience on how to quasar. Magic 2 is a urinary bladder meridian, okay? That runs parallel to both sides of our spinal column, 2 fingers away from both sides of our spinal column, from head down to the heels, okay? It's related to the proper function and balance of our autonomic nervous system, which controls all the involuntary actions done by our organs and tissues. And I will come back to the demo for this later. I'll keep this to the last, but jump into something that we can practice straight away, okay? So magic 1, magic 2, I'll come back to them later. Now, magic 3 to 7 is when you're on your own, okay? You can do this. What you can do for ourselves is we do the massage. We massage the yuan or source point, okay? Starting from the liver to the heart, pericardium, lungs, kidney, and spleen meridian. The source point is where the primordial qi from the organs gather, and then it's distributed throughout the body. It's like the depot, and then after that the qi is, is collected, and then the qi is distributed to the body. So there are 12 source points that are all located on the wrist and ankle. Stimulating these points can have promising results for diseases, okay, in TCM, right? They believe that, stimulating these points can have promising results for diseases in the corresponding organs. So clinically, they have also done some tests, and they use these source points of a particular organ and its corresponding pet meridian connecting points to enhance the efficacy of the relevant problems, like stomach problems, then you go to the spleen meridian and so forth, okay? So let's go to the points. Starting from the left side, we always start from left side because the qi comes in from our left palm here and go out from our right palm. So we always start from the left side. We clear the left side so that if there's any blockages where the qi is coming in, at least we clear them, and then the qi can travel to the right side, okay? So seems a bit complicated if I have all these 5 points, talking about liver, tai chong. I'll come to them 1 point at a time. Now, one of the recommendations that we tell people about this is in the morning, if you're going for your brisk walk or your jogging or whatever, you can actually use this to wake your body up, stimulate your qi, and you have a better exercise regime after that. Okay, so I'll show you a short video. It's not a very long exercise. That's why I want to show you this video, because then you can actually, like, once you know the points, you can actually practice it before you go for your run, okay? So let me show you the video now.
Good morning. We are at this beautiful McRitchie Reservoir. Now we're going to do human reset. Now it's in the morning, so we have the sun behind us, and we will start the human reset. And the first point for human reset is on our liver meridian, which is our tai chong. Shall we all squat down and then press point of tai chong? We have applied the oil faucet here. We're going to do massage clockwise 30 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now we stand up. We'll do the second point, which is on our pericardium meridian, our 大陵 point on the middle of the wrist. Again, 30 times clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we move to our right hand, which is on the lung meridian, this point called the Tai Yuan. Okay, again 30 times. Clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do the anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we squat down again. We're going to do the right side, which is the kidney meridian, the point called the Tai Si, just behind the inner ankle. Again, clockwise 30 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do the anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we close the loop. We come back to the left foot. Okay, on this point, on the spleen meridian, which is the thigh bai, just below the bone. Okay, this protruding point, okay, below. Okay, let's do clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we do the anti-clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we complete the loop, this 5 magic point for human reset. Yay!
Okay, so the whole, actually, the lesson's over already, but anyway, just to reiterate the points, right? First is the magic tree, the third point. This is, we start from the left foot. Okay, what you do is you find from your foot where the split is up to the point where between your big toe and your second toe, there's a little point where it joins together. And that is the point. You press it, sometimes you feel a bit of what you call the kind of a dull soreness, okay? And the liver performs many essential and life-sustaining functions, okay, including detoxification of chemicals and drugs. So that is a very important point. Any point that has got the word Thai on your acupressure point is a very important point. So that's for the liver. And then you can actually massage it, right? You apply the essential oils and then you massage it clockwise within 30 to 50 times. There are people who actually do it 200 times. Okay, and then you do reverse anti-clockwise 30 to 50 times, and that helps protect our liver meridian. Okay, so this is again, I'll not show you the video again, but this is how you look for the point. Okay. So I showed you the earlier video because if you look at the whole exercise, it's like only about 5 minutes. Okay, so now magic 4. Magic 4, I can show you here on the vid, is you take your arm up like this, okay, in the center of the arm, coming down to the wrist line here, this point, okay. This is the Da Ling point, it's on your pericardium meridian. The pericardium actually stabilizes and protects the heart. Heart palpitation when you feel very excited and all that, when you have anxiety, this is a very good point. On the left arm, okay, locate middle of the crease line of the wrist. Then you put like a drop or two of herbal essential oils, and then you massage clockwise. Okay, 30 to 50 times. Like I say, if you want to do 100, 200 times, it's also okay, no problem. And then anti-clockwise. So for this point, when you do it right, the oil that you want to use is something that helps you relax. You know, things that has valerian or lavender in it. But I don't know about the Western type of essential oils, but best is if it's concocted based on a TCM principle of yin and yang. So again, this is how it's done. So if you're at home now and you feel like you want to do it and it's convenient for you to start doing that massage, you could actually just follow and do. Okay. So the next point is the lung meridian. Now from the left arm, now we go to the right side of our body. Follow the thumb inwards down to this point at the wrist. You can find that here, you will have a little indentation here. Okay, this is the Tai Yuan point. It's a source point for the lung meridian. Okay, it's an important point for respiratory diseases, treatment of cough, asthma. Okay, and especially now the coronavirus is the important point that we want to protect and take care of our lungs. Okay, so again, use like a drop or two of essential oils that's good for the lungs. Okay, like something that contains magnolia. And then you can massage it clockwise and then anti-clockwise. So very simple exercise. Okay, so this point here, if you feel that you have a little sniffle coming or you don't feel too good with a runny nose or sinus problem, this is the point that you want to be looking after. Okay. Sorry, this one. Yeah, so just a closer look at how you massage that point. It's just like this. Simple. Okay. So next is the kidney meridian. Magic 6 is on the right leg. So remember, left foot, left wrist, right foot. This is the part behind the big bone, okay, where you have your ankle bone. And behind that, there's a little soft spot there. Okay, that point is the Tai Si point. It's on the kidney meridian. The kidney is a powerhouse for our energy. So it's not a joke when people say, you know, I think especially the guys who know, you know, when we laugh at people and say, wow, you know, your kidney has no power. Basically, we are laughing at his virility, you know, we're basically saying that he can't make it, you know. But the kidney is a powerhouse for our energy, vitality, and reproductive system. Okay, it's a vital organ for our excretory system to rid ourselves of toxins and that could cause chronic fatigue syndrome and other chronic diseases. So taking care of that point is very important. It's the same as taking care of our kidney. Okay, so again, massage that point. I'll show you. Okay. There, behind the big bone. Okay. So for this point, to invigorate your meridian kidney, well, you can either use something that has got tang kui angelica ardent in it, okay, that help boost the blood flow, especially for ladies, or you could actually use something that actually boosts vitality, that helps with the men. But then again, there's no hard and fast as to say, there's some oil that's man or woman. It depends on your body type, actually. So the kidney, this is how we take care of our kidney, by taking care of our kidney meridian. Okay, so the next point is magic 7. So now we are back to our left foot. Okay, left foot. The left foot on the Tai Pai point. Again, Tai Pai is a very important point. Tai Pai point is on the spleen meridian. Okay, in TCM, the spleen is actually part of our digestive system, which is not wrong actually, because the spleen is an important part of our immune system, which filters bacteria and viruses from our bloodstream, and it helps the body fight infection. Now, 70% of our immune system is actually housed in our gut. So it's all part of our digestive system. So keeping our digestive system in tip-top condition is very, very important, especially right now, yeah. The Chinese have this saying, they say, 病从口入, which means all diseases coming through the mouth, which is why 70% of our immune cells and our immune fighting soldiers are all in our gut. And that's so true. So take care of our digestive system. So when you use, when you're taking care of this part of the spleen, what you want to have is essential oils that helps boost your digestive system. Things like that contains like perilla or patchouli, or in Chinese it's called huo xiang. So if you go to the Chinese medical store and you say you want huo xiang, they'll know that you want it for stomach. And huo xiang is actually the main ingredient in, for those who are about my age, you know this thing called po chai pills, right? The po chai pills are actually mainly made from patchouli. And that is now available in essential oils as well. So again, the same thing, just massage this point with 30 to 50 times, and clockwise one direction, anti-clockwise the other direction. So like I said, things like huo xiang and patchouli and perilla, these are the things that you find in sushi and sashimi to prevent stomach upset. So I'll show you just a short video of, okay, so behind that big bone of the big toe, and the point is there. Okay. And then you massage clockwise 30 times and anti-clockwise 30 times. So I hope you've remembered all these points, which are very simple. So, and there you have it. You have completed a human reset with the 5 points, which is magic 3 to magic 7. Okay, I'll show you. I still owe you magic 1 and 2, but I'll show you that later. But I wish there's something that y'all can take straight away tomorrow morning. Put the sun behind put the sun on your back, and you start to practice these 5 points. Okay, starting from the Tai Chong for your liver meridian. Secondly, goes to your Da Ling, which is a pericardial meridian. And then you go to your Tai Yuan, which is for your lung meridian. And then go down to the right foot. Okay, that is your Tai Si point for your kidney meridian. And then go back to your left foot behind the big toe. That is your spleen meridian. And that's the Tai Pai point. Okay, so you can massage all these points. If you don't have oils, you massage it. But when you have oils, of course, it it actually manifests and actually give you a big boost in qi. So if tomorrow morning before you go for your brisk walk or your exercise, do try and see if it gives you more energy. We're kind of like, so if you go to a park and you see some people doing all these things, right, at least now you have an idea what they're doing. In fact, there are a lot of us who are taking this up and using this as a warm-up exercise to at the parks and all that. So yep, you may see some of our friends who are doing this in Singapore. We're trying to start it as a latest craze. And in Taiwan, this lady in purple lives in Pingtung and had insomnia for more than 20 years. So after one of our friends, Mama did the human reset for her, she said that she slept so well and, that night, and this is the first time she slept well. And also now every morning, she'll be out there doing her human reset as well. And we bring it to families to do, and this is one of our associates in Moa. And because she runs a school for children with special needs, so what she does is she invites the parents, and the parents and children will do it together. So it actually promotes bonding between parents and children with special needs, which is very wonderful. And of course, we take it to some more serious things like, going to Nepal, a medical mission. So like our chief trainer, the lady you saw in the video just now, is our chief trainer, and she used to be a finance director for Raffles Medical Group. So she takes part with a church to go for all these medical mission. And in Nepal, she said, how about I bring this over there and teach them how to take care of their own health? So this is what we do. So now back to Magic 1 and 2, okay? The 2 meridian is called Magic 1. 2 meridian runs along your spinal column. And Magic 2 is a urinary bladder meridian that runs parallel on both sides of the spinal column, 2 fingers, left and right of the spinal column. And this bladder meridian, right, is a reflex zone. It is like when you do food reflexology, right, when the person press and they tell you, oh, this part is not well, that part is not well. There are a few reflex zones on our body. One is our face. Our face, when you cross out the face, you can actually tell which part of the body you need to take care of a little bit more. And same for the back. So on the back, starting from the top, you have your lung, heart, liver, gallbladder, and then comes down to spleen, stomach, and then kidney. At the kidney side, where you don't have the ribs taking care of the organs, then where the kidney is, if you kwasa, then you kwasa it a bit softer. So as mentioned at the beginning of the talk, Magic 1 is only for the experienced people because it is kwasa on the spinal column. Magic 2 is the bladder meridian kwasa, and this one with proper coaching can be easily learned. And actually, this is the photo of just now, Wendy doing it on me during one of our coaching sessions. So I'll show you just a quick video. So never kwasa on a dry skin. Okay, so apply oil, and this is where my Indonesian friends tell me that the mother will just slap water on them and kwasa with oil. I can imagine. I think some of us might have experienced our grandmother taking a ceramic spoon with water or some oil and just, just scrape our back. And I think this is what they are doing. So when you kwasa with firm strokes on the skin. And different people have different tolerance of pain. So we always check with them, are you okay? Can I do it a little bit stronger? So some people I've experienced where some people, after you just do a bit of kwasa, like even 5 strokes, it turns bright red. But there's some people that after you kwasa and all that, nothing shows up. Well, it could mean that they are very healthy, or it could mean that their chi is basically not strong. So even after you kwasa for them, nothing happens. But one word of caution is do not do any back kwasa without proper training. Yeah. So please don't suddenly take out a spoon or something like that and you know, start to kuasa your children or your husband or wife. So we all know that the basic of good health, okay, and we all know the basic of good health, and there's encouraging signs, especially now, suddenly circuit breaker, we find that a lot of people are, you know, finding time to go and do their exercise and all that. It's very good. Like having a balanced diet with adequate fruits and vegetables intake and adequate physical activities with moderate exercises. But then with that, why are chronic diseases still increasing very rapidly? This is because of an invisible killer called inflammation. So in TCM, right? In TCM, there's a concept of yin and yang, which speaks of coldness and heatiness. You know, so a lot of Singaporeans who go overseas, and if we talk to our Western friends and we say, oh no, this food is heaty, like you take too much fried food, it's heaty, I'm having a sore throat, then people will look at you like, what's the meaning of heatiness? Well, in Western medicine, actually there is a heatiness, it's called inflammation, which since like 2000, the year early 2000 has been identified as a secret killer, because what causes inflammation? Inflammation is actually our body's natural defense and repair mechanism. But chronic inflammation is caused by oxidative stress. What is oxidative stress? This is caused by the imbalance between free radical and the antioxidants in our body. So free radicals are produced in our body during natural processes, and our body produces antioxidant to counter them. But when antioxidants are outnumbered terribly by free radical, it can cause damage to tissues, cells, cause damage to our DNAs and other living molecules within the body. So where do all these excessive free radicals come from? Now, remember I said that a lot of us know what is the essence for healthy lifestyle. Studies in the US shown that only 5% of people actually, while they know, will still make bad choices in life. So the free radicals come from our lifestyle, stress, diet, substance abuse, etc. Okay, some we can change, but there are some like pollution, radiation, you know, environment that we cannot change. So oxidative stress is one of the causes of premature aging. So many mainstream researchers have already proven that the strongest defense against any disease must include managing oxidative stress with our body's own natural antioxidant and immune system. Okay, our body's own antioxidant and immune system are the best. This can be achieved through a healthy lifestyle, diet, moderate exercise. Don't do too much excessive exercise, because too much excessive exercises actually produces even more free radicals. Okay, but then again, having said that, how many of us, given our modern lifestyle, you know, live with that kind of luxury, you know? So to some extent, while I know many people will say that, oh, I don't believe in supplements and all that, some kind of supplementation is necessary. So if the environment and lifestyle are the ones causing premature aging, the main aim of supplementation is to slow down aging, or called anti-aging, which is commonly mistaken as vanity and for beauty. So it is not so that it's important to choose supplements not just to enhance beauty, but to protect your health, something that we would like to call as to achieve beauty from within. And the second aim of supplementation is to counter the oxidative stress that our body is subjected to. Okay, is to reduce the rusting in our body. Oxidative stress is almost like our body is rusting away. So the commonly known supplements are dietary supplements used to add on to what we usually get from our food. But we should not consume too much of these, because then it puts a toll on our liver and our kidneys, and too much antioxidants could cause autoimmune diseases to happen. Okay, sometimes we also see people who are very obsessed with supplements, and they take a lot of supplements, and that cause autoimmune diseases like eczema, like fibromyalgia, because your immune system is short, it's too sensitive. So since every disease starts from our cells, new types of supplements like cellular supplements target the cells using ingredients that are synergistically blended to provide a wide range of antioxidative properties. And while providing the nutrients, you know, ranging from peptides to fragments of DNA that facilitate cellular intake and uptake. This is, if you go to NTU, some professors, what they are researching right now is they're talking about cell penetrating peptides and all that. So these are the things that we talk about. And these are the ones that facilitate the uptake and intake and increases the effectiveness and efficacy of the supplements without having to take too much that will tax our liver and kidney. So it fits into the modern lifestyle by simplicity. Yeah. So don't take too much. So what we have Meridian Therapy for systemic health. Just now, Jeremy introduced us as a wellness advocate. Yes, we introduced Meridian Therapy for systemic health, but we also educate and recommend people on supplements for overall health. Okay, so so this is the last slide for me. And in ending, we would like to thank NUSS for inviting us to present this talk to all of you. And with NUSS, we would love to hear from all of you. If you could scan, you know, I think they'll be sending something as a feedback to you. And if you come, and you could also request a copy of our e-booklet for today's talk. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and you could actually start to do your Magic 3 to Magic 7 from tomorrow for Meridian Therapy. So, well, the DOSCON Orange is not over yet, so do stay safe and healthy, and we look forward to meeting all of you again. Thank you very much. Jeremy, back to you.
Right. Thank you very much, Wendy and Chongpeng. It was indeed a very refreshing topic. If you have any questions, please type in your questions so that we can direct it to Wendy as well as to Chongpeng. There's one question for you right now. Can you send us the video of the exercises just now? The answer is yes. They will be made available through the NUSS, what we call YouTube. It will be made available to all. Any other questions coming from the floor? None?
No?
For a novice, well, I have a question for you. For a novice, how do we go about starting it? As a novice, okay, and we start doing it, how do we know that it is working for us? The points that you mentioned, the magic points, that it is really working, or how do we tell that we are not doing it correctly?
When you're not doing it correctly, then what you're not getting is the desired effect. It won't give you a side effect, so you won't feel that suddenly something is wrong. As I mentioned earlier, our whole movement as essentially Meridian is we go out there, and what we have done, I mean, my own sister is a doctor, but what I've done is I've joined this group of people, and what we have done is we make TCM, a very complicated 3,000 years old medical practice, into something that's simple DIY that everybody can take away with. And so what we do is we conduct workshops, we conduct lessons, and we teach people how to actually do it. So after we learn it, we naturally go back and then we teach our own family. So I teach my son. My son does it when he's staying in his hostel in university. When he has a diarrhea, when he has a constipation, he knows what to do. So yeah, so do ask for more information from NUSS. If you would like to join us for our workshops or something like that.
Okay. Follow up to that question. If done incorrectly, are the exercises harmful? So if we do it incorrectly, is there any consequence to that?
No. But of course, if you say do it wrongly, when we say massage it with the finger, or some of us actually use a little kwasa board with a pointed end to do it, and you do it with moderation. Not you don't scrape it so hard that your skin tears off, or you poke a hole through your skin and all that. But you do it with rationality and control of massaging the point. And if you massage the wrong point, for example, I want to massage this as my lung meridian, but I massage it wrongly and I massage it here. Well, nothing bad will happen. You won't, like, what the Chinese believe, you press a wrong line and then the wrong line goes and then the person goes crazy. No, it doesn't happen that way. So
Okay.
no cheating one, no cheating.
Okay, that's great. Next question we have here is, can we just do one magic point instead of all the points? Do we have to complete all the 5 points? We just do one point at a time?
If you're doing the magic reset, which I explained before, your 5 elements, what we really encourage people to do is that you do as a whole cycle, because all your meridians are actually interconnected in some way. So do all 5 as maintenance. But for example, those points that you already know, like for example, if you have some sniffles, or you feel that I'm having a little bit of a bad throat now, and then you want to do a little bit more, then you can take care of this point more, right? Or let's say you are in the office and you feel a bit of a sniffle coming, then you can actually just massage this point. You can do that as well. So if I feel a bit tired, well, there are other points for the kidneys that help to invigorate the person, but if you know only that one point, which is Tai C point, then you can actually massage the Tai C point. Then you can massage it on the left and right. So if I'm taking care of my lungs only, I massage this point and then I massage this point. The same point on the left and the right. So these are taking care of specific meridians. But for the human reset, we recommend that you do all 5 points.
Okay.
Does that
All
help?
right. So following up to the questions is, do we do the reset every day or once a week? In other words, how often do we do the human reset? Is it once a day?
You can do it every day. In fact, there are people who do it twice a day. You know, what I used to do when I was when we could still go out was I'll be in office, and then over lunchtime and all that, I feel a bit sleepy. I'll go and quickly go out to the sun and do a reset. So the reset, you can just do it anytime. Okay, one of the things that I would like to advise is sometimes it's very easy to bring our leg up, cross the legs and do the massage on the points. When you're doing your massage of your meridians, when you're promoting chi flow, don't cross your legs, don't cross your arms or cross your legs. Okay, put them flat down on a pedestal or something and massage the point as it is. Because when you cross your legs, then the chi starts to go, you know, can flow in a haphazard manner. So the direct question to that is that you can do it once a day. That is encouraged. If you feel that you need to do it extra, you can do once more in the evening. No problems with that at all.
Okay, that's nice. That's great. How do we find out more about your other workshops?
If you write into NUSS and NUSS can pass your contact to us, we'll be more than glad to share information with you as well.
Okay. Another question, is there a YouTube also as a reminder of the meridian points? Do you have any videos on that?
Well, write to us. We'll send you the e-booklets for these 5 points that we just taught. Yeah. And there are like 365, more than 365 points. So if we learn 1 point every day, we also take about more than a year to learn. That's provided we remember. But we teach some of the key points. We can give you a link to our website. Do ask for it, and then you can learn some of their points. But the best is come and have fun with us. Join us in our workshops. That one will send you the information.
All right, great. Okay. Are there any more questions coming in from the floor?
Wonderful questions. Thank you very much for asking.
All right. A new question just came in. Can we be seated down when doing the exercises?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Definitely. Yeah, just don't cross your legs, yeah?
So all the 5 magic points, we can do it while sitting down.
Yeah. So you can actually sit down, put your leg up on the table or something, and then you massage the point. You know,
Okay.
You can do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
But if you're out there, if you are doing some energizing yourself before you go for your jog in the morning and all that, yeah, find a nice rock, sit on it, and do your warm up. It's okay.
Okay. Any more questions from the floor? We have some time left. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Chongpeng, in a little bit more detail?
Um, we we usually receive a lot of questions like, what kind of oils can we use, because there are a lot of essential oils out in the market, like I say, you have to find something that's concocted based on the TCM principles of yin and yang, because Chinese TCM don't work on one pure herb, unlike the Western aromatherapy and all that. So if you ask me like what kind of oils you can use and all that, then you have to look for those and be discerning about the quality that you are giving or going to get. So there are a few things that you basically learn. Of course, the essential acupressure points, and then you learn about the meridians. And then in our workshops, you learn about how to kwasa, or some of you may already have some experience with kwasa. Then you can actually learn to do kwasa yourself. And then of course, to boost your energy and all that, right? Your qi, then what you really need to do is get good essential oils that will help. Okay.
Okay. Well, follow up to that, there's a question that came in. He said, is there one essential oil that can be used for all points, or do we have to use different types of essential oil for each magic points?
It depends, because I like for us, we use some essential oils as like what we call it our base oil, but it's actually our most powerful oil, which comprises something like 20 over herbs. And that one for young children, for example, for young children, we don't use the specialized oil because it could be a bit too potent for them. So for young people or older people like above 80 years old who can't take in the sudden boost of energy, then we use our base oil. So yeah, look out for those oils that are for general use, but with the very good herbs like frankincense and RG rhizome and things like that, that helps with general health.
Okay. Okay. Are there any more questions from the floor? Is there anything from Wendy that you would like to add to the discussion here? Because we saw you on video.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to share. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, basically because TCM is a Chinese, right? So when I get to learn this in English, I'm very, very happy, because I feel that TCM, and as far as Meridian Therapy is concerned, is a very precious Chinese wisdom. So if we don't continue, we don't pass it on, it's really a waste. And amazingly, now if you want to be a TCM doctor, you need to study for 7 years in Chinese. This is something I can't do. So, well, the vision of Essential Meridian is to make things simple so that everybody can, learn this natural therapy and able to take care of themselves. So now we have a ambassador who did the advanced course with us. He's a young Malay, nice guy. So what he did was his uncle is staying in Malaysia. I don't know which part of Malaysia, but it was during the circuit breaker. So what he did was he somehow communicated with the uncle, maybe through I don't know, FaceTime or whatever, and taught him how to do the human reset. His uncle diligently did it every day, and within that 1 month, okay, the issue that he had is overweight, obese, and with diabetes. So in about 1 month, every day he's been doing the human reset. He actually lost more than 10 kg. So it's amazing, all this that is taught to us by the professor in Taiwan. All this has been researched, and he spent probably about one year, a period of 1 year to do his research and to test out, and then he used to come to Singapore every year to give us an advanced course. But right now, unfortunately, we can't see him in person. So So these are the very useful, simple skills that we learned. And why we are so passionate, why are we doing all this, wellness talk, is because we want people to just learn these simple skills, to help themselves. Like for example, my mother-in-law is almost 90 years old, and I do help her with Meridian Therapy, and she feels good. She's more comfortable because she's bedridden now, so I do help her, um, to be more comfortable lah for her age. So this is a useful skills that we want to to show everyone, to tell everyone. So in our own workshop, our own webinar, we have participants from all parts of the world, as far as Finland, US, and we have ambassadors in even in Africa. Yeah, they actually took up the advanced course. Now, these ambassadors in Africa, they are the orphans in the Children's Garden Home. So there are about 200 of them. So what the founder of Essential Meridian did is he went over there and trained about 7 of them. Basically, just look after the children. So to prevent themselves from falling sick, that they don't have to go to the doctor. Because over in Africa, they would have problem looking for doctors, or they wouldn't have money even to go to the doctor. So, well, I'm very happy that I'm able to pick up these skills and able to join the team to kind of give back to society. Yeah, to do this M101 movement, we call it, is something very meaningful to me. Yeah. So if you're interested in, we have 5 different workshops for different health issues. And if you're interested to find out more, contact NUSS and they can get back to us. And I hope everyone, do take away something useful tonight. And I hope to see you all again in another workshop probably. Yes, Jeremy, thank you.
Great. Yeah, thank you, Wendy, for sharing your experiences with us. Last call, are there any more questions from the floor?
So Jeremy, how about you? Is this the first time you heard about Meridian Therapy?
No, I heard about Meridian Therapy last year during the all day. We have it all day last year, and that was the first time I heard about it. But I have not been practicing it. I have not been using anything of it. So I guess with the 5 magic points that you just show us, it's much easier for us to, for me especially, to just follow it and try it. Yeah.
I will send you.
If I press the wrong pressure point, you assured me that nothing will go wrong. I won't go paralyzed.
Yeah. But if you are not sure where where the points are, you can always contact me, and I will send you the e-booklet.
Okay.
The e-booklet will have these 5 source points. So
Okay.
because sometimes you just forget, over just one session. Yeah.
Okay. Well, since there are no questions coming to the floor, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Wendy and Chompeng for sharing your experiences with us, and for our participants for joining us in this webinar. I hope it has been really a wonderful, enriching experience and something to take away from there. We will be sending all of you the video links as well as the PowerPoint slides, so that you can go back and look at it and try the exercises yourself. With that, I'd like to thank everybody for tonight. Thank you very much. Oh, there's a question that comes in before we leave. Please send me the ebook. Yeah, that's what we do. We will send you the ebook, right? Okay. Right. With that, I'd like to thank everybody. Have a safe day and a good evening, and keep safe. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Good night. Thank you.